also do that. Alright, now we're going to work on assignment 11. Assignment 11 looks like so. See 11? There's an 11. 11. Alright, so we're going to start with number 1. I've got my triangle here. Now I have my two congruent angles, which means my two sides are the same. Remember, two of the angles are the same, two of the sides are the same. They're not equal to the angles by any means, but they're equal to each other. Just each other. Alright, so I've got my left side, 12x minus 3, equal to my right side, 10x plus 3. I subtract, with an order, 10x from both sides. I get 2x minus 3 is equal to 3. I add 3 to both sides. 2x is equal to 6. Divide by 2. X is equal to 3. And that's all I wanted. Yeah. Number 1. Done. Done with a D. It's getting late. I've had a lot of sugar. Okay, so number 2. I tell you that we have a rectangle because this side is equal to this side with our two little hash marks, and this side is equal to this side. I also tell you that this is parallel and this is parallel to each other, and this is parallel to this line. So this is 100% absolutely a rectangle. I tell you that the left-hand side here is 7y. The right hand is 3y plus 8. I've got a 2x on top and a 6x minus 4 on the bottom. I want you to give me x and y. So, left and right I've got y, top and bottom I've got x. I already know they're equal to each other because of my little hash marks, so I'm going to do y first. So I have 7y equal to 3y plus 8. Subtract 3y from both sides. 4y is equal to 8. Divide by 4. Y is equal to 2. So I'll put up here, y is equal to 2. I'll erase my y-ness. Okay, now I'm going to do my x's in red. Alright, so I've got 2x is equal to 6x minus 4. Again, I've told you these two are equal to each other. So I can absolutely set them equal to each other. I want to subtract my 6, subtract my 6x. I'm going to move over, so I'm going to make it really big. So I have a negative 4x is equal to negative 4. Don't be scared, just a negative. I'll divide both sides by negative 4. X is equal to 1. Because negative 4 divided by negative 4, it's the same number on top and bottom. A negative and a negative make a positive. So x is equal to 1. Put a square around it. And a happy face. Alright, look at me, I'm a mess. Okay. Next, we're busting out our triangle problem. So the little triangle over the big triangle. So I'm going to give you number 3. So we have our triangle. I tell you these lines are parallel to each other. I've got a 7 and an x, a 2 and a 3. Alright, so I want to do my little triangle over my big triangle, everything else. So little triangle, 7 over big triangle, so the entire side here of my big triangle. So if I cover this up, that's one giant triangle, right? So my whole left side here is 7 plus 2 is equal to, same thing on the left, my top triangle is x, my little triangle is x, and the whole thing is x plus 3. Whatever x may be, it's still plus 3. So now I cross multiply, like so. I'm even going to bust out a new color today. Look at the blue. Alright, so now I'm going to have 7 times the quantity, this whole thing right here. So there's parentheses around this even if we don't see it. We can always add little parentheses in. X plus 3 is equal to x times 7 plus 2. My green. So now I distribute right here. Now this is actually 9, but I'll still distribute to the 9. So I have 7x plus 3 is equal to 9x. I'll subtract 7x from both sides. 3 is equal to 2x. X is equal to 3 halves. And it's perfectly fine for now to leave it just like that. You could also write this as 1.5. That would be the same. Alright, so that was number 3. Next up, this is my favorite color. I'm going to use it a lot too. Alright, number 4. I've got 5 and 3, x, and 4. I set it up the same way. I've got 5 over 5 plus 3 is equal to x over x plus 4. I cross multiply. I'm going to shift over. So I have 5 times x plus 4 equal to x times 5 plus 3. So all I've done is I've taken this and I've taken it over here and multiplied it and then over here, and that's called cross multiply again. Remember that cross multiply. So now I'll distribute, bring out the blue, no, the red one's red. So right here and right here, this whole thing is 8, but I'll still multiply it by x. So I have 5x plus 20, 5 times 4 is 20, is equal to 8x. I subtract 5x from both sides. I get 20 is equal to 3x. Divide by 3. X is equal to 20/3. Or 6 2/3. Depending on how you want to write it. I'm perfectly fine with this for now. We'll have plenty of time to make things more difficult later. But if you wanted to break it down into a mixed number, you could do it this way, 6 2/3. And that would be 3 times 6 is 18 plus 2, 20. Alright? Just in case we didn't remember. Next up, alright, next up is number 5. Blue. X. And 7, 6, and 9. So I have my little triangle over my whole side there, my whole side of that big triangle. So x over 7 plus x, because this whole side is 7 plus x. Same thing on the left, my little triangle over my big triangle. I cross multiply. I take x times 6 plus 9 is equal to 6 times 7 plus x. Switching colors. I distribute. So this is actually 15. So I have 15x is equal to 42 plus 6x. I subtract 6x. I get 9x is equal to 42. X is equal to, just making sure, yep, 42 over 9. Alright, I could also write this as, let's see, 6 times 4. So 4 would be 36. 4, 6, and 6 nines. Okay? Just making it a mixed number. Don't have to yet. I'm not making you do that yet, but eventually we will. Alright, I think I'm ready for a new triangle now. So that was 5. Next up, 6. Here's my lovely triangle. Parallel lines. I have 3 over x and 5 over 4. Little triangle over big triangle. Little triangle's 3. The big triangle being the whole thing is x plus 3. is equal to 5 over 5 plus 4. Cross multiply again. I get 3 times 5 plus 4 is equal to 5 times x plus 3. Distribute. This is actually 9. So I get 27 is equal to 5x plus 3. I subtract 3 from both sides. I get 24 is equal to 5x divided by 5. X is equal to 24 fifths, or 4 and 4 fifths. Next. Back to red. Okay, so next, number 7, I have 12 and x on my left, and 15 and 10 on my right. Little triangle over big triangle is 12 over 12 plus x is equal to 15 over 15 plus 10. Cross multiply. I get 12 times 15 plus 10 is equal to 15 times 12 plus x. Alright, this is actually 25. Get my handy dandy green marker again with that. Okay, so I'll distribute this way. This is 300 is equal to 180 plus 15x. I subtract 180, so just because these are big numbers, don't get scared. Don't be afraid. We just work them out. Here, so I get 120 is equal to 15x. Divide by 15, that's an x. X is equal to 8. So the biggest numbers and the hardest problem came out to the easiest answer. Alright? So that is 1 through 7 on the first page. Flipping it over. Where are we at time-wise? I'll go ahead and stop this. We'll stop here on assignment 11 after problem 7, and the next video we'll start median lines. Okay, bye.